What's up, y'all? Hope y'all doing well. We are driving the Z-Tune. Now, this is the Juggernaut Z-Tune, and I was quite impressed by this car. I did not expect the result it got. I was very shocked by it. Like, I just didn't realize. I didn't realize that this thing still had it like that. As you can see, there was a WUG update recently. There was a Cadillac ELR that came out, which I'll be showcasing next week. And we got this HUD. Now the HUD, after some feedback, got reworked, and the speedo looks pretty good in my opinion. At first, I didn't really like it too much because it was way too big and it had some unnecessary information like the N12 level and the car class. And ooh, man, if this car still had that downshifting ability, that would have been a sick turn. But changes were made to the speedo and the map, so it looks pretty nice. It looks like it could be part of the game actually, which is pretty sweet to see. Some suggestions: I do think the RPMs above the speed is kind of pointless when there's a tack, and also the turbo thing. I'm not sure if that's really relevant or if it even means anything. So if you remove that, I'm more of a minimalist guy, so the less there is, the better it is for me. However, overall, this is great, and I do really rock with the speedo and the map. And I'm really shocked that the Z-Tune made that comeback. That's wild. We are driving the TVR Speed 12R. Getting a little bit problematic over there. I actually forgot the fact that this was a collision race, and it's moments like that where it makes you really enjoy races like these. The chaos, just trying to figure out where to go without trying to ruin anyone's race, although I did ruin the M3 GTR's race, so my bad. Man, this traffic going crazy. So we got the Speed 12R. Now the Speed 12R is an achievement car. This is this week's rental. In order to get the Speed 12R, you need to complete the Japanese Racer X or Japanese Racer 10 achievement. And oof, that's bad. And the thing is that it requires you to complete 100 races in total. The last 20 races is with the Honda S800R, which requires the British Racer, one of those British Racer achievements to be completed. So altogether, you're gonna have to be doing 200 races to get this car, which is quite steep. And is it worth it? To be honest, I wouldn't really be able to know because this rental, obviously you can't tune the car or do anything with it. But it drives nice, and if you saw the exhaust, so another thing about this update is that the exhaust shoots out little flames, so any race car like the M3, GTR, GT, the DBR9 disc car, they will be shooting out flames, which is pretty cool. And this car is a little unwieldy. It's an easy car to drive, very nice grip, very responsive. However, when it comes to bumps and jumps, it gets very unstable. Kind of like a TVR in real life. Every time I hear about those cars are crazy. But it's a very nice car. Now, is it worth 200 races? I'm not too sure, to be honest. However, it is definitely one of the nicest cars I've driven so far, in terms of how it handles and really the characteristics of it. Another year, another Oktoberfest M3. Yeah, around this time in October, expect to see the Oktoberfest M3 and that Brains Edition MP412C on the channel. And we are going up against a really cool looking Sega Civic. Well, it was really a Sonic Civic. And even though that Civic was actually at a 424 overall, I'm at 499, this track doesn't really seem to prioritize straight line power too much because that man is keeping up with me. So if he can just go full throttle at home, man, and not avoid traffic, well, avoid traffic, unlike me, which I'm not avoiding traffic. The car, he could have a chance, you know, he could have a chance. I mean, this is also a power-up track as well, so, you know, anything can go in this race. Even though I'm a much higher overall car, I got the overtake simply because of the fact that I just took a better line. It really wasn't for this thing's power. Now this E30 is a very iconic car to this channel. I used to have a blue one. Dang. I used to have a blue one around 5 years ago, which is wild to say. That was a very nice car. It was back when the cars were still vanilla tuned, and the M3 was just such a nice car to drive. And this one is just as nice. Although it kind of feels more tame. The other one was a little more twitchy in terms of how you can steer it. Now it's just more of a smoother feeling car. However, that blue one always holds a place in this channel as being one of the pillars of my race cars. So it seems like Man's hit something a little bit before, which kind of unfortunate because I was actually looking forward to see him just give me a run for my money. Because like I said, this thing doesn't seem that powerful compared to Civic. Maybe top speed, but again, I really haven't been hitting top speed on this track. Just gotta keep on going. Stop hitting random. How am I hitting stuff when I'm going at like 187 kilometers? Another thing, the music song now shows when it switches with the new HUD, which is a pretty neat addition. And just like that, got the dub. Anyways, y'all, thanks for watching. Hope you have a good one. Peace.